People love to believe that Matt Groening and The Simpsons have predicted every major world event for the last 3 decades. The Higgs boson, FaceTime, Tesco's horse meat hamburgers. I'll admit it sure looks that way sometimes, but the reality is that the sheer volume of random, specific fiascos they concoct is bound to overlap with real life every once in a while. If Matt Groening really did have the power of prognostication, you can bet he would have avoided some of the celebrity cameos that have become retroactively humiliating. Let's take a look at 5 of the most reputation-damaging celebrity guest spots in the history of The Simpsons. This is CanonBall. Number 5, Elon Musk. 2015's The Musk Who Fell to Earth was a fawning, 22-minute PR blitz about what a peerless thought leader and all-around cool guy he is.
Elon Musk is possibly the greatest living inventor.
Speaking of people desperate for a Simpsons did it moment, Musk and his army of weenies like to say that this episode predicted his purchase of Twitter because it has a bird joke that's as old as cross-stitching and grandmothers. Then again, it does show Elon haphazardly incinerating a bald eagle.
Bald eagle.
So maybe they were onto something. If anything, the episode predicts what a shitty boss and businessman he would soon become. He maims an innocent bystander with his technology.
Honey, guess who crushed me?
Homer tells the now infamous Union Buster.
Wow, Elon, you're like Willy Wonka without the underpaid munchkin.
And all of his brilliant ideas actually cause mass layoffs in Springfield. You know what? I'm a believer. The Simpsons really can predict the future. Number 4, the Regina monologues. In 2003, to celebrate their 300th episode, The Simpsons went to Britain to collect a few head-scratching celebrity cameos.
I hate the foreign!
They're immediately greeted by definitely not a war criminal, Tony Blair.
Would an American dollar encourage you to leave us alone?
No, but thank you.
It's actually a pretty funny appearance, but the timing was nothing short of ghoulish. This episode came out during what everyone hoped would be the peak of the Iraq War. It's tough to watch Tony Blair play a charismatic tour guide after being the head cheerleader of what would become 2 decades of carnage. Later in the episode, Lisa meets another one of her since-disgraced heroes.
Look, it's J.K. Rowling.
Man, she sure knows how to pick 'em. Knowing now that Rowling is a callous TERF with a disdain for her feminist fans, it's oddly prescient to see her treat Lisa Simpson like a dog turd stuck to her pumps.
He grows up and marries you. Is that what you want to hear?
Number 3, Rupert Murdoch. The 1999 episode Sunday Cruddy Sunday features the male denizens of Springfield crashing Rupert Murdoch's skybox at the Super Bowl. Rupert was the head of Fox at the time, so this was meant to be a daring roast of their boss. But this cameo is like the La Croix of roasts, a hint of a whisper, of a memory, of a ghost fart of satire. He refers to himself as
I'm Rupert Murdoch, the billionaire tyrant.
Then makes a single ominous phone call, but nothing sinister or violent or even funny happens. He just makes both teams rush the field and spell his name. Hope you got your cup on, Murdoch. Groening's playing hardball. Here's what sucks so hard about this choreographed criticism. The Simpsons used to be god-tier satirists. Mr. Burns is based on Barry Diller, the founder of Fox, who once held the fate of the show in his hands. They skewered that billionaire tyrant by making him the face of evil and avarice in their franchise. This Murdoch backpat just shows The Simpsons had already lost their remarkable ability to bite the hand that feeds.
Oh, for crying out loud! Just give him a nickel and let's get going.
Number 2, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson plays himself, kind of, in the 1991 episode Stark Raving Dad. He speaks like Michael, he sings like Michael, he even calls himself Michael.
Hi, I'm Michael Jackson from the Jacksons.
Except he's actually a rotund white guy. In the end, he even reveals that he's just some dude named Leon from Paterson, New Jersey. Now, the real Michael wrote the song Happy Birthday, Lisa.
Lisa, it's your birthday.
But confusingly, all of his singing parts were recorded by someone else, a sound-alike named Kip Lennon.
The deal was also that he would not sing the Michael Jackson part, that we would take a sound-alike
For the
singing, because that would be a joke on his brothers, I think, was his reason.
So the character of Michael Jackson both was and wasn't played by Michael Jackson. The performance of Michael Jackson both was and wasn't done by Michael Jackson. Every bit as enigmatic and contradictory as the man himself.
One of his conditions for being a guest star was that he played Michael Jackson, but we said it was a sound-alike.
I knew we couldn't say it was him, although I guess we've decided we will now.
Also, like the man himself, Michael the character spends just enough unsupervised time alone with minors to make everyone a little bit uncomfortable.
He wanted a scene where he stayed up writing a song with Bart.
After the documentary Leaving Neverland came out in 2019, Disney got cold feet and 86'd it from every outlet, making it one of only 10 or so episodes so embarrassing they banned it. Number 1. Jay Sherman, the critic. Based on meme potential alone, 1995's A Star Is Burns could be, empirically, one of the best Simpsons episodes of all time. It spawned some internet heavy hitters like,
"Are you saying boo or Burns?"
Man getting hit by a football, and one of McBain's greatest hits.
Did you ever notice how men always leave the toilet seat up? That's the joke.
In fact, there's really only one person who's embarrassed by this episode. The big man himself, Matt Groening. It was a crossover with The Critic, a show that was about as close to a spin-off as The Simpsons are likely to ever get. The Critic borrowed producers, voice actors, even references from The Simpsons, all of which never really sat well with Groening. So when Fox wanted to use his show as a rating springboard for this would-be usurper, Groening had to draw a line. He insisted his name be taken out of the credits, the only episode out of 750 that Groening disowned.
We drove 2,000 miles for this?
Thanks for watching this episode of CannonBall. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you think Elon Musk and Rupert Murdoch are good, actually, and we'll have our social media intern block you from the channel.